Hello and welcome to the film room. My name is Austin Macbeth, and today we're going to talk about something that I think is taking over the game of basketball at every level. How are these teams getting these wide open layups and dunks? It's called a 45 cut. We're going to break down where it works, how it works, and what you and your teammates can start doing to create wide open looks like this. The best way to create opportunities to get a 45 cut is we have to make two people guard one. If you're unfamiliar with that term, please make sure you go back and watch What is the Gap Theory, and you can learn all about that concept. But the key to making this work is we need to make the defense have to scramble. The only way you do that is by creating an advantage. So you can see right here, the offensive player drives baseline and forces number two to go over and help. Now there's going to be a disadvantage on the backside. Number 0 is now forced to guard the wing and the corner, and most defensive schemes would teach him he has to drop baseline to take away what's called a hammer pass, and that's going to open up this 45 cut from the wing for a wide open layup. Now some of you might be looking at this and saying, this is just a backdoor. It is similar to a backdoor, but it's not the same because a backdoor works when a defender overplays his matchup, leaving him susceptible to somebody back cutting and getting open. You'll see in both of these clips that the defender is overplaying the wing trying to deny a pass, and that's what opens up this cut for an easy bucket. When it comes to 45 cutting, we're actually taking advantage of the defender not knowing where his man is at, and that's what creates these backdoors. This angle gives a really good example of what we're talking about. You can see that the defender is staring at the ball as number 10 drives and doesn't realize that his man is backdooring out of the corner. This is a perfect example of a 45 cut. In this play, you're going to see two 45 cuts. The first one comes out of transition. As soon as this defender gets caught staring at the basketball, that opens up the opportunity for 4 to 45 cut. He wasn't open for a shot, so the ball gets kicked out. As he attacks and kicks it out, you get a bad closeout, and that makes two people guard one. All we need to do is get that advantage, force help, and that's going to open up this opportunity for a 45 cut, which is on time. But unfortunately, Zach takes one extra dribble, ends up getting called for a charge. You'll see in this clip that it's almost set up exactly the same. There's an early transition with a ball screen, and as the point guard comes off, two people end up guarding one. But the key to this whole play is that corner defender who gets caught staring at the basketball. That opens up the baseline 45 cut for an easy dunk. This 45 cut comes out of a post touch. As soon as the ball gets thrown in, you're going to recognize this perimeter defender staring at the basketball. As soon as 4 sees his eyes turn, he's going to cut right through the middle of the lane. The post makes a great dump off, and he ends up getting to the free throw line. Hopefully you're starting to see the repetitive nature of how this works. In this particular clip, now you get a middle ball screen, you get two people guarding one, but again, it's the bottom defender that makes this 45 cut available. As he sees the drive and comes over to help, that corner man notices it, takes off for the 45 cut, another easy dunk. Ball screens are a great opportunity to create 45 cuts because naturally you're going to get two people guarding one like you're seeing right here. The ball handler is going to split between his man and the big, and as soon as he gets downhill, that bottom defender has to step over. That's going to open up this corner 45 cut. Here you're going to get a side ball screen, and as 51 comes off, he's going to throw it back to what we call the shake. On this shake action, you get a bad closeout. Cam, I'm sorry you had to see that. But you get two people guarding one, and what you're going to see on this backside is both the bottom defender and the help defender are staring at the basketball, which opens up that seam right there for another beautiful 45 cut. Hopefully you guys are starting to see this before it even happens, because when you're on the court, you've got to be able to react on time to make sure that you're in the right spot when the ball needs to get delivered. On this clip, you've got a reject of a ball screen. He goes baseline, That defender at the bottom, again, has to come over and help. 35 recognizes that. He's already on his way. Easy dump down, another dunk. The thing I like about this clip is that it shows you that this is a reactionary skill. As the offensive player drives baseline and he makes two people guard one, you can actually see right now that the corner man and the slot man both feel like they're open for the 45 cut, and they're both going. There's only one defender on the backside that's not stopping either one, and now the point guard has a decision to throw it to either guy. Offensively, all you have to do is create an advantage, and this stuff works. You'll see right here a bad closeout on the ball, and number 4 sees it and drives baseline, creating the help. Now this read looks a little different because the big is going to come over and rotate, and they're actually doing a really good job of helping the helper on that backside, but they didn't account for the guy who's cutting straight down the middle from the top of the key. This is a really good read, it's good basketball IQ, and a nice layup. As you enjoy this last clip with 245 cuts that leads to a dunk, I just want to encourage you, players, this is something you have to practice and work on when you're on the court. Standing off the ball is not just a time for you to sit there and wait for someone to throw it to you. It's a time for you to be prepared for an opportunity to 45 cut. Especially if you're not a great shooter, this is an opportunity for you to score easy buckets. Coaches, this is something you have to intentionally practice in your practices so that guys can build chemistry. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and as always, thanks for coming through. We'll see you next time in the film room.